Hello, my YouTube friends and family and literal family. Jenny here, Vintage Soul Crafter. Thanks so much for stopping by. I was racking my brain because, I'm trying to do this YouTube thing on a regular basis. And sometimes it's difficult to come up with things to share. But, I want to share with you this journal that I'm making right now for my other niece, my twin niece, but it's kind of difficult. So I'll try. If nothing else, I'll share with you the finished product. If you follow me on Instagram, and you'll find the link below, I do show a little picture of the beginnings of that. So it's sort of a surprise for my other niece, Liz. Hi, Lizzie. She's probably not watching this or going to watch this because she's a very busy girl. But if she does, hi, Lizzie. But what I thought I would do today, you guys, is share with you a little bit of some of the fun stuff that my sister, Missy, hi, Missy, sister, has gotten for me. She volunteers at a used bookstore, and they have all kinds of books, but she knows how much I love vintage books and that, I like to repurpose them, but I just love them, especially children's books. So actually some of these she got for me quite a while ago, and I neglected to share and felt kind of badly about that. But even if I didn't feel badly about it, I would still want to share them with you because they are so darn farm fun. These are the Tiny Elf from the Tiny Elf Library. You guys ever heard of that or seen that? I have. These are just, oh gosh, so doggone precious. I have a little thing for, elves, gnomes, and all of that, as you may or may not know. And if you're watching this, now you know. But little elves, when I was a little girl, my mom had, those 1960, back before Elf on the Shelf and all that other stuff, was hip, was the end thing. It was the end thing for me as a girl. We had those made in Japan elves, and they weren't actually elves on the shelf. I don't know what they were, but they had more like floppy arms and legs. I love those. I love those little elves. And then I married into a family with sister-in-laws, and if there are any of them watching this, who also love elves. But because my husband's family is Hungarian, they refer to them, and it doesn't translate literally because it's kind of a inside family sort of, not made up Hungarian word, but csúszika fiús, they call them. And I think if I'm understanding and have understood correctly, it literally translates into man sliding down the banister, sliding down the stair rail, because they will put them, the little Anna Lee ones and so forth, they will put them like on the banisters, and I don't know, it's just kind of a family thing. So they love elves, and I love to make, and I will be sharing with you guys, hopefully, because I don't know how many of them watch this, but I showed you that I had some other Christmas goodies that I had found that are going to be part of that. But anyway, it'll still be fun for them to receive the gifts, even if I share. So anyhow, these are some of the cute Tiny Elf Library books that my sister got me a while ago. I mean, look at these images. Okay, so this is copyright MCMXL, sorry, that was backwards. MCMLXVIII. I believe that is 1958, maybe 48, 58. It's older than 68. I've looked that up before, and doggone, I'm trying to get better about my Roman numerals. You can look it up. Anyway, there it is. Can you see that? Is my camera going to focus? Yeah, whatever. MCMLXVIII. So this is farm fun. Just so doggone farm fun, right? The little sheepy and little Timmy or whatever his name is sliding down. I won't spend too long on these. Tiny tails. So precious. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I've read through a couple of these. Frisky Fox. That little frisky fox. Brave Buster Bear. These aren't all of the books that my sister has gotten me, by the way. These are just a few. Eddie Elephant. Oh, mercy. I mean, there is hardly anything cuter. Well, there's hardly anything cuter than a baby anything. I mean, come on, let's be real. Even a baby hyena is kind of cute. Let's see how this light does for me. Maybe I need to shine it up a little bit. Oh, so precious. Dilly Duck. Jeez, look at Dilly. Dilly has on an apron. Looks like Dilly's doing a little housekeeping there. Oh, gosh. Ooh. I don't know if you can see that. I need to adjust this light. Oh my. My. Hold on, let me adjust this light. Turn it up a little bit. Excuse my arm. Okay, hopefully that's a little bit better. Birdie Kangaroo. Look at the cheeks on the dude. Oh, sweetness, cuteness overload. Eek. And then baby deer. Oh, I mean, okay, I know I said a baby elephant was the cutest thing, but a baby deer, a little fawn, just kind of represents innocence. You know, we think about Bambi and that kind of innocence. Oh, doe-eyed sort of. Oh, anyway, my sweet sister got me all of those, as well as this last weekend we went up to Apple Hill, which if you live in the Sacramento, California, whatever area, then you know what Apple Hill is. It's where they grow all the apples, and it was a madhouse because we went on a Sunday, and they have pumpkin patches, and then they have Christmas farms and apple pies and all this goodness. But it was a lot of fun. Anyway, she got me this Higgledy Piggledy Pop, or There Must Be More to Life. And it's by Maurice Sendak. But the reason she got it for me is because, wait for it. Right there. It looks like a Wheaton Terrier maybe. And her name's Jenny. I.E., just like I spell mine. Cute. I haven't read through this whole story. I'm familiar with it, but so fun. And then Donkey. I don't know. Donkeys are also one of those. This one's got kind of a funny little. It reminds me of that 8 book that I got from Goodwill a while back. But it's a really sweet story again about this donkey trying to find its way in life. You know, trying to discover its identity. Oh, the age-old tale. Yeah. Sweet. And then this one, it hits a little closer to home. This is a Joan Walsh Anglin. Morning is a Little Child. My mom would read to us. One of her favorite illustrators is Joan Walsh Anglin. If you're not familiar with her, look her up. Kind of Holly Hobby. This is 1969. Here we moved to Germany. Kind of got that Holly Hobby, precious moments, sort of crossover, sweet. Oh, look, that's too cute in their little Halloween costumes. So again, thank you, sister, for thinking about me and getting me these precious books. And then she also, there's this store near over there where she lives somewhere in Marin County, and it's like a hobby store, craft store, and the folks, it's this huge barn apparently, and they're going out of business slowly, like they're selling all of their stuff. And so, I mean, it's just like floor to ceiling, wall to wall, wall to ceiling, floor to wall, delicious miniatures and crafty stuff, and, you know, old time good stuff. And so she picked up several of these little miniature things. I can use these in my Valentines. Maybe I'll make a Valentine for my sister. And just bunches and bunches of cute Christmassy red, white, and blue hearts. My mom could actually use these, made in Taiwan. So you know those are like 80s, 90s if they're made in Taiwan. I might give those to my mom. Cute little, more made in Taiwan, little like red and blue Christmas lights. And then, yeah, all these little candy canes and Santa Clauses and cute little miniatures, which I use in a lot of my Christmas crafts. It's a funky, fun little hipster. Get it? It's a hipster Santa Claus. Huh. And then a cute, I love choo-choo trains at Christmas time. I don't know, there's something really sweet about choo-choo trains at Christmas time. So yeah, another made in Taiwan. Not familiar with this little miniature collectible company. And then this tiny little mousetrap, which is, I don't know, maybe kind of a sick joke that I have a bunch of cute little miniature mice for dollhouses, and just listed a bunch of vintage children's Christmas books about Christmas mice and so forth. So yeah, we just won't set this one. We won't set this one because we like Christmas mice. And then she surprised me, since I had just finished this this recipe cookbook for my niece. She brought these over. I did not realize that my sister has my granny, my mom's mom, that I made the memory book for, which you can find on my channel. I think it's in a playlist, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I don't have that many videos, so. But these are all from my granny's recipe box. So these are quite old, probably 1920s, 30s-ish, if not older. And yeah, I don't know, I feel like, I don't know, Missy, does maybe one or two of these needs to go into Catherine's book. I don't know. What do you think? Like, if not, I will put them to good use in another book, and maybe in your book. We'll see. So those are fun, and my sister got me those. And then I also wanted to share with you guys one other little thing this evening, little but not so little, is my sister's good friend and former coworker, Joan. Joan, if you watch this, thank you so much. My goodness gravy. There was something else that was in the bag, I think, that Joan gave me, but I don't remember. I don't know. I might have already put it away. This is, you guys, this is a bag of like vintage. My sister loves cows, so I don't know. I think this must be fabric from Joan, but this is, okay. Maybe this is a hint from my sister. I think she gave me the hint in not so subtle ways, actually, to say maybe I could make a book for her, a recipe cookbook for her. And that would be really cute for it. But look at this lace. This is so fine, so soft. I mean, it's like a whisper. It's like holding a whisper. Isn't this lovely? And there is a lot of it here. So yes, Joan, thank you. Enough for me and enough to share or list in my Etsy shop. This, love this kind of eyelet. Oh, so sweet and feminine. Beautiful. I feel like, you guys, this light is just not doing the job. I don't know. We'll see when I go to put it all together. Look at this. Looks like it came off a wedding dress or a wedding veil. I mean, again, Joan, thank you. I'm humbled. Oh, this will be so sweet for Easter. Or even if this would be in a baby book, this would be adorbs. It's the lightest purple. It's like that jelly bean purple, which actually was on the walls of a house that we purchased, our house in Indiana. And yeah, not so good for a wall. I think it was the master bedroom wall, and then the master bathroom wall was like green apple green. Yes, it was. I painted those. I did. Oh gosh, there's just so much in this. Look at. I'm learning more about lace, and so I don't. And Bonnie, if you're watching, I know you want to interrupt me right now. I know. To tell me, is this tatted or is this crocheted? Perhaps you know. I think it may be. Is it possible to be both? Like some of it's tatted and some of it's crocheted? I kind of have a good idea, but I'm not. I hate not knowing. I really need to be more knowledgeable about things like this. I just know if I love it, and you just get a feel, for what's handmade and what's machine made. Not saying I know 100% by any stretch of your or my imagination. A little more of that, probably pillowcase, which I just think is so lovely. and useful for many things, because you can use, you know, the muslin, the cotton part of it, and if you were to, I wouldn't do it because I just love all the various shades of old. Shades of old. That should be a Crayola crayon that you get. Oh, this one. This one is superb. So pretty. I don't get tired of it, you guys. I don't know if you do, but I don't. So hopefully you don't. And if you do, you can turn me off right now, because there are as many different varieties of laces and you know, crocheted and sewn and embroidered and needlework. That's what Bonnie was like, no, it's not embroidered. No, that's not crewel. No, that's not. It's okay. I'll just call it needlework. I definitely know what cross stitching is. I'm learning what, like, you know, the difference between embroidered and other types of needlework, but it's just, that's more of that same one. And then this is like, I don't know, is this like from a dress or another really large, beautiful eyelet? Oh, wouldn't this be so cute on a, it reminds me of like the dirndl aprons. You know, I always had to dress. I have my lederhosen still, and we wore dirndl dresses, and but it reminds me of like the apron parts, the skirts. Oh, goodness sakes. I can't remember if it's Scrappin' Happy. I'll put a link. I'll find it because I subscribe to her. She's a genius. She is a sewing. I think she's a sewing genius. I love this kind of trim that's crocheted like this, because it reminds me of a banner. And it's just so, it's just adds a depth and dimension and texture to so many variety of, that looks like it's probably pillowcase as well. Can you imagine? I never did. I put our old pillowcases, you know, our antique vintage pillowcases that I inherited on our pillows for a while. But, oh gosh, we should still sleep like that. We should still. And this is one of those, put it on me. Can you see me? Can you? No, I'm not going to do it justice, but you know, this is like General Washington maybe would have worn. This reminds me actually of Seinfeld. You know, the puffy shirt, that episode? This always reminds me of that when I see that kind of stuff. It's just more and more. It is just this ginormous bag of goodness. Joan, thank you. I mean, seriously. To sacrifice this, you know, it's just, that is just generous beyond words. So again, did I say thank you? Thank you. Oh, look at this. Oh, purple. Oh, so pretty. Oh, so many uses. Oh. Okay, this is all just kind of a, you know, I need to go through and probably gently iron some of this and, you know, get it all together. And oh goodness, look at that. Ecru. Etsy, if Etsy app builders are out there somewhere, you need to add the color ecru, because ecru is not the same as beige. You know what I'm saying? And it's not the same as ivory. Like, this is white. This is ivory. You can kind of see the difference. And this is ecru. This is not beige. Beige sounds so brown, and ecru sounds so vintage, I think, anyway. So yeah, so that's just a little bit of my life over this weekend. My poor sweet Otis, baby boy, injured his back leg. He probably tore a tendon. He did once before, and it seemed to have healed pretty well, but he did something. Our daughter was visiting over the weekend. She doesn't watch the videos because she says they're too long. It's okay. I get it. It's all right. I know she loves me. And I do tend to rattle on, and thank you for sticking with me. Anyway, he probably re-injured it. So, yeah, if you could just say a little prayer for my sweet my sweet Otis boy, and he brings me so much joy, and he's my buddy, and it's hard to see your pet in pain, so anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for playing with lace with me this evening and some precious little books that my sister got for me. And I will see you guys all soon, hopefully with some new project or something or other. And I have started to list Christmas stuff in my Etsy shop. So if you are already on the lookout for Christmas items, and it will only get better, have a look. Links below. Thanks so much. Bye.